Hello team and family, this is Finding Missing Parts in a Table, video number 3, and this is part 2. We're going to start with table number 9. We're going from 128 to 16, so from my x to my y. In order to figure out the rule, I'm going to divide 128 by 16 to see what I get. So basically I need to see how many times can 16 go into 128. So I'm going to start multiplying. Start with 16 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 128. So the answer to that is 8, because 8 times 16 is 128. So it looks like I'm dividing each one of these values by 8 to get from one side of the table to the other. So I'm going to do, my rule is x divided by 8 equals y. So every value that's an x, if I divide it by 8, I get my y value. So I'm going to divide 208 by 8 to figure out what my y value is. 8 goes into 2 0 times. 8 times 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Bring down the 0. 8 times 2 is 16. 20 minus 16 is 4. Bring down the 8. 8 goes into 48 6 times. 6 times 8 is 48. 48 minus 48 is 0. So 208 divided by 8 is 26. For my next one, I'm looking at it and it looks like it's going down, so I'm either subtracting or dividing. If I divide it by 5, I know that it gets to 11. So I'm going to try one more, like 165 divided by 5, just to make sure that that's my rule. 5 goes into 1 0 times. 5 times 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down the 6. 5 goes into 16 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. 16 minus 15 is 1. Bring down the 5. 5 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. So it looks like it is dividing by 5. So I'm going to put dividing by 5 for all the values in the table. And then I'm going to do 120 divided by 5. 5 goes into 120. 20. So let me see. I'm not sure. So I'm going to go ahead and divide it. 120 divided by 5. 5 goes into 1. 0 times. 5 times 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down the 2. 5 goes into 12 2 times. 5 times 2 is 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. Bring down a 0. 5 goes into 20 4 times. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. So 120 divided by 5 is 24. And to write my rule, I know that my ins are my x's and my outs are my y's. Also, the in is the independent variable, and then the dependent variable is the output, or the out. So x divided by 5 is going to get me my y.